Well, I know many of us are really anxious to get an Invincible Season 2. Season 1 on Amazon Prime was absolutely amazing, and many fans just can't get enough. But we might have a new path to some Invincible. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the recent news about Skybound's announcement that Invincible will be making it to video games. Well, like we were saying, I know a lot of you guys are fans of Invincible, and all of us can't wait for Season 2. Now, we do know Season 2 should be coming up really soon, with Season 3 hopefully to follow right after. But the team over at Skybound has dropped some really interesting news. Apparently, there is some kind of development of video games for the Invincible franchise. We've been hearing rumors for quite a while that this could happen, but apparently now video games based on Skybound's long-running superhero series Invincible has been confirmed to be in the works. Now, over the last couple years, Skybound has really been expanding Invincible in a number of ways, with the Amazon Prime series, which was recently renewed for Season 3, probably being their biggest footprint. But there's also been a live-action movie adaptation of the comic book that's been in development for about 5 years. And now it appears they're about to take another major step. Now, Skybound recently announced that it plans to kick off a number of new initiatives over the next year to help celebrate the 20th anniversary of Invincible. That's right, it's hard to believe, but Invincible is actually 20 years old. Now, many of these announcements revolve around plans to re-release various versions of comic books, which is often the case when celebrating anniversaries of comic characters. But they did add this little detail that I thought was pretty important. It was unveiled that new apparel, collectibles, tabletop games, video games, and more are being developed from the Invincible IP. This could be a massive development in the Invincible franchise because this would be the first time a game has ever been developed for the series. Now, we really don't have a lot of details about the game, but you should keep in mind Skybound has collaborated with a number of game developers in the past, and we might be able to look to projects like The Walking Dead, Saint and Sinners, Telltale's Walking Dead, and a few others to generally get an idea of what we might be in store for an Invincible game. Those games have a great story, narrative arc in them, and I have to say, I would be pretty happy if any of those guys got a chance to develop some Invincible property. I would like to add this, though, because I think they could go in a totally different direction, and it would be absolutely awesome for fans. The Invincible comic series has a vast array of characters with lots of abilities. And I have to say, I think nothing would work better for Invincible than the potential for a fighting game. An Invincible game similar to Tekken, Street Fighter, or Super Smash Bros. Would absolutely be something fans would adore. This would give them the chance to basically play each and any of those characters, and I have to say, if you're a gamer, especially of these fighting games, you really do get intimately acquainted with what the characters can do and what their superpowers really are. Combining this cast of characters, along with the stylized violence that the comic gives us that's pretty unique, would give us an absolutely awesome fighting game that could absolutely enhance the overall impact of Invincible to fans, and I think people would totally love it. Now, obviously, we don't have a lot of news about this yet, and let's be clear, we're likely to be well through Season 3 of Invincible before this game ever drops. Video game development takes a really long time, so I wouldn't be looking for a lot of news of this anytime soon, but it is really great news that the team over at Skybound is finally dipping their toe into video games for Invincible, and I am absolutely stoked. Obviously, we love to cover Invincible on this channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to get all the news and updates. We're going to bring them to you right away, and hopefully we have a lot of news on this Invincible game really soon. But until we know more, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the pages of Invincible finally being brought to life in video game format? And what kind of game would you really like to see? Some sort of narrative adventure, or how about a fighting game? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.